Hey everyone, so welcome back. We have a lot to dive into. Today we're going to do a full deep dive on Marathon Season 2 Nightfall, and that launches tomorrow on June 2nd. After 3 months of Season 1, Bungie is bringing a massive Combat Sandbox change, an absolute overhaul, a brand new Night Zone, a new Runner Shell, and a whole lot more. I mean, they've reworked progression, right? They're adding new weapons, mods, equipment, and seriously, like new modes, new PVE modes, maybe PvP light modes. So season 1 is ending, and everything in your inventory and vault will be wiped at reset. And like that means weapons, that means gear. That means implants, most seasonal progression, like I think your level, right? What you keep are your permanent cosmetics, titles, emblems, and codex unlocks. In return, every player receives an additive Cyber Acme sponsor kits based on your final runner level, which is actually kind of cool. It gives you kind of a head start in the new season. These unlock in the codex when season 2 starts, and I am absolutely stoked for this. I mean, luckily I have off from work tomorrow, and I'll be able to play. And so if you reach runner kit 10, you get the enhanced Cyber Acme sponsor kit, which includes an enhanced, it includes an enhanced D54 battle pistol, which is one of the new weapons, light ammo, 3 smoke grenades, 2 random enhanced runner cores, 1 random enhanced head implant, 1 random enhanced torso implant, leg implant, shield implant, backpack, stack of enhanced shield charges, basically. And then, for level 50, level 75, you're going to get other kits, and in the higher the level, the better the kit's going to be, which makes sense, right? In the highest level, you're going to get a Panacea kit, a self-revive, 6 deluxe shield charges, all that. Now, but let's dive into like the meat and potatoes of this, really, which is what has me the most excited, right? So the big new addition is the updated Night Marsh Night Zone, right? And also called Night Marsh. Which expect heavy darkness, right? Obscured sightlines, new enemy behaviors, flashlight management that can attract threats, new contracts, and a much more tense atmosphere, really, from what I've seen. For the first week, both day and night versions will be live, and then they'll rotate every 90 minutes after that. Bungie has done a full, holistic combat sandbox pass focused on making weapons more clear in their role, fights more expressive, and build choices more meaningful. 2 new weapons are launching, right? You have the KKV-9SD. It's a pistol frame SMG with an integrated suppressor. It has the fastest fire rate ever shipped in the game and excels at close range, especially against shotgun rushers. It takes pistol optics and magazine mods plus chips. So its prestige mod, by the way, is a flechette drum. Heals you when you break a hostile's shield, which sounds really good, in my opinion. Then you also have the D54 battle pistol, which is a fully automatic 3-round burst handgun designed to flex between pistol and Magnum sort of roles, which, by the way, I hope we get a Magnum buff this season. I think the Magnum does need a little love, with Bungie being a big hand cannon sort of destiny. I don't know. I think the community would enjoy a Magnum buff. I think that's fair to say. So its prestige mod is called the Daredevil stock, which uses the new folding stock archetype. While folded, it builds stacks on enemy defeats, and when unfolded, it fires a super burst of 9 rounds per stack, which sounds really good. I'm not gonna lie. I think these weapons will come out good. I think it will be. They'll be taking an L if they make these weapons kind of bad. I really hope that's not the case. I think they're going to come out, they're going to be good. On existing weapons, right, the Mizraya, which is kind of the big elephant in the room, it's going to see a lot of changes. They removed rate of fire bonuses from the Slick Mag mods entirely. So base rate of fire increased from 58 to 72, though. So they did increase the base rate of fire. But the hip fire pellet spread increased by 10%, right? ADS spread by 5%. Magazine stats rebase, so every mag gives at least 1 extra round. I guess some mags were not giving an extra round. The damage fall off adjusted is slightly nerfed. The full auto selector, though, now will only be full auto when you're firing from the hip, and when you ADS, you're going to have extra range and extra accuracy. So overall, I think this is going to put the Mizraya in a better place, because right now it's just so dominant, especially in Cryo Archive. It's almost like if you just don't have one, it's just kind of an L. The Overrun, though, is going to get which the Overrun does need some love. Let's be real. The Overrun is kind of just, it's really, really meh. You have to use it almost as an SMG because the recoil is so bad. I don't think it has the damage really. The Overrun gets reduced horizontal recoil by 50%, which is going to be massive for that gun, and a vertical recoil buff by 12%. So the vertical recoil and the horizontal recoil are going to be much easier to handle, making lower rarity versions much more usable, right, in budget builds. The CE, that, by the way, this Overrun nerf is going to make the gold Overrun stock so good. It's going to be way better to get those stacks so that the headshot damage is really good. So the CE tactical sidearm is also receiving major improvements, including a 15% faster recoil settling, 50% reduced ADS accuracy error, significantly expanded aim assist and magnetism distances, larger aim assist cone, and adjusted moving and crouch accuracy bonuses. So the CE tactical sidearm might slap next season, honestly. New mod families include folding stocks, which start collapsed for better hip fire accuracy and movement speed. So the folding stocks, right? So when they're collapsed, when you don't have them extended, you're gonna have better hip fire accuracy and movement with it collapsed, and can be unfolded with an alternate fire input for better ADS accuracy and range. So it's going to be a sort of a balancing act there. The dark sight scopes are coming to the game, which are a new optic archetype for every weapon type. They give a full screen vignette when aiming and let you toggle night vision that lights up the world. Superior versions have wider range. 8 new weapon chip families are rotating in, including Alarmist, which creates scan drone alerts. So suck drone alerts on impacts after aiming, which is going to be super funny to troll people with this. Scrapyard, which can spawn health items or materials on kills, which will definitely be good for early game. And Brain Freeze, which creates frost explosions on precision kills. Stack Overflow and Optimal Prime chips are being rotated out. Stack Overflow, I don't really know why they're doing this. Right, if they don't buff the Waster and they remove Stack Overflow, then the Waster ultimately will just be an instant sell. I will never use the Waster again if I don't have Stack Overflow. So they need to give the Waster a little bit of love as well. I really do hope they slightly buff the Waster for next patch. But other than that, Stack Overflow and Optimal Prime chips are going away. They're being rotated out. Every optic and magazine mod family has been rebalanced. So one superior magazine mod in every family now comes with vector rounds by default, which creates a revealing pulse after aiming. So more way to light up the dark, right? That's the idea with these, the vector rounds. On equipment, grenade ready animations are extended by 0.2 seconds. Not a whole lot. 0.2 seconds is very, very small, right? But they also changed the frag grenade max damage, reduced by 15%. Heat grenade damage reduced by 50%, which I don't really understand that. Heat grenades, I never really was like, oh darn, those heat grenades are so bad. That never really came to me. Maybe it is a problem though, I don't know. Signal jammers now flicker off when you shoot, use abilities, or take damage, and no longer block certain detection systems. I believe Recon has, Recon is what they're referring to there. That's the referent. New equipment includes the Frost Mine, a placeable that detonates in a sphere, dealing moderate damage and spreading frost. That sounds really cool, I'm not gonna lie. The Vector Grenade creates lingering, revealing pulses for information and visibility, something that's gonna be really good for Night Marsh and maybe even Outpost. And signal flares in red, green, and blue for communication and light. The new runner shell is Sentinel, right? And Sentinel is a defensive specialist focused on control area denial. Its prime ability is the Defender system, which neutralizes incoming explosives, probably even destroyer ultimates, and gives you and allies nearby increased weapon stability and reload speed. So it's going to be a trophy system, basically. Tactical ability is Snare Mine, which deploys proximity mines that immobilizes enemies with submunitions. So think Destroyer ultimate. When you hit them, they get sort of gooed with this stuff. That's what these mines are going to do. I assume that if you run if you run Claymores with Sentinel, it's going to be even better. Man, am I excited for this update, bro. I'm seriously hyped for this update, boys. Leave a comment down below, by the way, and subscribe. Help me out. You know, this is a new project for me. Let's get it going. You know what I mean? I don't mind bringing all this information to you guys. I want to do this. I want to do it right. So, you know, give me tips and leave a comment below. Are you playing the new season? Are you locked in for this? Let's go, baby. But yeah, so there's also a trait ability called Prey Tracker, giving motion radar for moving enemies, basically. So he's even going to have some recon abilities, and his passive is called Castle Doctrine, which makes you ready and reload SMGs, pistols, and shotguns faster near hostiles, and gives temporary buffs to hardware, firewall, and self-repair when taking splash damage from grenades. There are 10 new Sentinel-specific runner cores, such as Reversal, which heals you over time after defeating immobilized targets. Wellness Beacon, which speeds up medical item use near your defender system. And Imminent Domain, which turns neutralized enemy grenades into loot. So somebody will throw a grenade, it'll block it, but then it'll drop that grenade right there for you, so you can throw it right back at their Sentinel ultimate. But some strong perks only appear, though, at higher rarities, so I guess that makes sense. The new progression system is called the Cradle, right? And this is going to be a whole new way to basically address your runner stats. You convert unwanted loot, right, into energy at the matter converter. You level up the shared cradle across shells and allocate energy into 6 different stat categories to improve things like agility, right? You got loot speed and several more, right? So you can also unlock perks, and the whole system is fully respecable at any time, right? So you can respec this, and I believe it's going to be for every different shell. Season 2 also includes faster faction progression and vault improvements. You're going to have an increased vault size, updated contracts, quality of life fixes, better mantle system, smoother movement, and reduced desync. For you controller players out there, you're going to be able to move your cursor faster. There's going to be an ability to increase that cursor speed, which is something I've been looking forward since the game launched. So tomorrow there's going to be an open play week. It runs from June 2nd to June 9th. So anybody who doesn't have Marathon downloaded, or anybody who wants to play Marathon, do it tomorrow. And you're going to have a whole week, and your gear is going to carry over if you buy the game. So and there's also going to be a new, so this is huge, a new experimental mode. Off rip, it's going to be called Sponsored Survival. A single crew starts alone in the Night Marsh zone. After some time, rooks begin backfilling. Okay, it's an 18-minute run with a final exfil at the end. Everyone must use sponsored kits. It's like I said, it's an 18-minute run with a final exfil at the end. Everyone must use sponsored kit loadouts, making it a lower risk and more PvP light experience. Other rook queues are disabled while this mode is active. This is going to be super huge for newer players that just feel overwhelmed by all the PvP and just want sort of a more PvE central experience. So Twitch drops run from June 2nd at 10 a.m. to June 9th at 10 a.m. PT. Watch for 15 minutes to get the broadcast mask weapon sticker, 30 minutes for a target sticker, an on-target sticker, 1 hour for an on-target profile emblem, and 2 hours for broadcast disrupt profile background, 3 hours for a transmit engine magnum weapon style. Gifting 1 sub gives the transmit engine bully weapon style. So that's going to be the bully skin. Hopefully it's good. I might gift a sub for the bully skin, boys. Let's do it. Platform-specific cosmetic bundles are also available for Season 2. PlayStation Plus subscribers can claim the Null Tempest bundle with Vandal Runner Shell style, Overrun weapon style, and profile background, and Tempest Worm Charm. Steam players, I don't play Vandal, so I probably won't get that, but I'll definitely maybe check out the Twitch drops. Steam players get the Spectral Mist bundle with Assassin Shell style, Overrun style, Internal Affair background, and Mist Worm Charm. Xbox players get the Emerald Impact bundle with Destroyer Shell title. Dang, I gotta play Xbox, I guess, to get the Destroyer Shell style, Overrun style, Impact Orientation background, and Impact Worm Charm. So they're doing like platform specific bundles, which is kind of cool. So this is everything we know about Season 2, and I am so hyped, guys. Like I said, like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. What do you guys think? What's your wish list for Marathon Season 2? What do you guys think should come? Season 2 is a big step forward with clearer combat, more meaningful choices, and exciting new ways to play. Don't be afraid of the dark. I'll see you out there on Talseti 4 tomorrow. Let me know in the comments what you're most excited for. Thanks for watching.